Today, JIMDYCAR takes us north of the border at Canadian Tower Motorsport Park, also known as Mosport. Heading into this weekend, I was fairly confident in my abilities to run well at this road course because it's got a lot of flowing corners, so I feel like hitting apexes are very important here, and it's one of my strengths. So, we're heading to Mosport. It's the 10th race of the season, and we are only a handful of points behind our team owner, Ben Ornelas. We're currently 8th in the point standings, and if Ben, for some reason, has a bad finish today, we could get even more closer to getting 7th place. Now, I must address the elephant in the room. And you guys might be wondering, why haven't I uploaded in literally 3 months? That's a good question, and I have a good answer. It's called college. I am currently going to university right now, and it is a lot of work on my plate. And so unfortunately, this YouTube channel has kind of been put on the back burner, and this video in particular has been taking me a lot longer to complete because I just haven't had the time or energy to really focus on this channel like I did during the summer. So now that I'm on winter break, fast forward to 3 months later, I can finally edit these videos and get these out to you guys and get you to the end of the season pretty much in the next couple of videos, hopefully. So without further ado, let's get right into the video. So far we're on track for 105. So strategy for qualifying was pretty difficult because if we wanted to get a fast lap, we had to make it count on our first flying lap, because by the time we got around for a second lap, the left front would have melted off, overheated, and we wouldn't have been nearly as fast as the first lap. 102.7 from our first lap, that's actually like really fast for a first lap, not gonna lie. Alright, here we go, trying to get the tires up to temperature in these last couple corners. Ah, damn it. Pushed too far. Yeah, I think my tires are just a little bit too cold. That last attempt that I tried doing, I just overshot it. I gotta hurry around to try and get my lap started. Alright, so after lots of trial and error, and believe me, there was a lot of trial and error around this track during qualifying, we finally set up for our fast lap, and after that first corner, we were 5/10 to the good, going up to the hairpin right here. We rotate really well through the hairpin right there. Great exit off the corner, and we gain on this backstretch a lot. And going into the final couple corners, you see on the top right, we're gaining a ton right here. We're going faster than what we already set. Charlie is a 101.8, I believe, or 9. And coming to the line, we're going to do a 102.5. So, damn it, 101.5, yeah, I didn't improve position. Ah, that's frustrating. I think just my struggling point was the hairpin there. That sucks, but I'll take a top 5 starting position. Even though I didn't get pole position like I wanted to, it keeps up that average start position up for me this season, which is really awesome.
Uh-oh, bye-bye safety car.
No, he saved it, he saved it. Oh, never mind, he did not. I spoke too soon, I spoke too soon. Check up, check up. So coming out of the final turn right here, facing the green flag for the start of the race, and we are green here at Mosport. It's a pretty decent launch for myself. I had the inside line right here, but decided not to really force the issue. Just try and slot into third right here, hold my position on this first lap, and that is exactly what I'm able to do. However, on this back stretch right here, I'm on the push-up pass, and I make the move on the inside of Mike right here, going into the penultimate turns, and we slot right up into P2. Pleasure doing business with you, Mike.
Yeah, there's no point in spending.
Oh, never mind. Yeah, never mind. I spoke too soon. I need to stop speaking too early, dude. I caused a safety car spin and almost caused myself a spin. So fast forwarding a lap or two later, we got Boris now on our rear wing as we have a little bit of wheel spin out of that hairpin corner going down the back straightaway. He draws up along the side of us. I'm on the push pass as well, trying to battle him for the position for P2 right here.
Well, this is awkward.
It's getting a little weird trying to figure out how to get in line right here, but we managed to do it safely and quickly.
Yeah, we both did, for sure. I was like, oh, surely he's not going to use it after messing up. Clearly used it.
So one thing to note is that whenever I use push-up pass, it uses more fuel because it makes the engine turn more RPMs pretty much, makes me go faster. So the more I use push-up pass, the lower my fuel efficiency goes. As we see Boros hit the pit lane,
my turn.
And now we're getting ready for our pit stop as I send it way too deep into turn 2 right there, and I let Mike McCoy get by me for P2 right there, so that sets me back just a little bit from Charlie. So whatever time we gain on pit stops right here, we're gonna, you know, it's not gonna really do a whole lot because of the time I lost that lap to Charlie. But Mike gets a little bit squirrely out of the hairpin right there. We get a run on him, and we don't use the push pass, we just use natural momentum from the hairpin to get by Mike right here, going into the final couple corners on lap 11. And you heard it right there, Charlie's calling his pit lap in this time by. I have enough fuel to go an extra lap, so that's what I'm going to do. Stay out an extra lap, do an overcut, and try and get the upper hand by being able to get clean air in front of me and push a little bit harder into the pit entry. So unfortunately, our team owner, Ben, had a little slow pit stop. He went too deep into his pit box, but that's going to hurt him a little bit in points because he's going to lose positions, and therefore I'm going to be able to gain if we come out with a solid finish today.
Worked out pretty good for you guys, huh?
No, not me.
Well, for Boros and Charlie.
So a couple laps after the pit stops right there, Boros goes in the second to last turn right here, and he misses the turn completely, like he has no front grip. And so that kind of sets up a really awkward pass attempt right here for me. The final corner right here, super awkward right there, and I wasn't able to make the pass work, but still try and have a look on the inside of Boros right here in turn 1, but settle in for third. But we eventually had the run on him down the backstretch later this lap, and we used a slipstream and probably some push to pass right here to get by him quickly and efficiently, so now we can set our sights on Charlie. So now after a couple laps chasing Charlie, he has a massive moment right here in the exit of the hairpin right here, trying to get by a slow car, and so now that puts me right on his gearbox, but he uses push pass to pull away, so that's going to use a little bit more of his gas. But now I know that there is a weakness to Charlie in some parts of this track that I know I can pressure him into a mistake. So fast forwarding a handful of laps, Charlie's made his pit stop. We go do the overcut again for fresher tires on the longer run and have that advantage on the long run to try and make a move on Charlie. Because we definitely had the pace to keep up with him. It's just all about being able to find his weakness and then make a pass. So now we finally pit for a primaries to do the overcut strategy again, saving the last stint for alternate tires. Charlie goes by us, but we're not too far off of him. And we don't really have to worry about the guy behind us because Lacey is on another strategy and he's like pretty much lapped down to us. But right here on cold tires, just pushing as much as I can to try and catch Charlie. Lap by lap, we're gaining and gaining. But for a while there, I didn't really think I was going to catch a break until right here. I had a really tense moment with Aiden, passing him in a really sketchy part, almost spun out being on the curb too much. However, we didn't really gain a whole lot that lap. And so you can see the gap is kind of stagnated to around a second and a half maybe, until Charlie right here makes a big mistake, the one I made earlier. So now I can make a pass on him going on the outside right here into this right-hander, but I can't really make it stick on the outside because this is a really awkward and off-cambered corner.
Dude, I don't know what's happening in my game.
As he's complaining about technical difficulties with his game. So now, going to this hairpin right here, Charlie's under a lot of pressure from me and seems to be slowing up a little bit right here, as Charlie has a massive mistake right there, big slide out of the hairpin corner, and that allows us to get into open air and run away.
That's the leader right there. With one stop to go. We got it.
But Charlie is not done through yet, as he's gone push to pass. Massive run right here to the inside in the last couple corners. I was on push to pass too to try and defend, but his slipstream and everything just was too much for me to defend. So now Charlie, just like that, goes straight back to the lead. But now I know that if I put enough pressure on him, he's going to make a mistake. And so with that, that was enough for Charlie to go into the pits for fresh tires. And so now, once again, we do the overcut, but now by 2 laps. And so now, this final lap, we're going to be on 2 lap fresher tires, and going to be on alternates because I believe Charlie ran alternates at the beginning of the race. And so now he's going to be on the slower tires on this last stint. So now we have the upper hand. We have the ability to go up and pass him for the lead of this race and for the win. You saw we had a great pit entry right there, maximized it as much as possible. And so now it's all about trying to get off pit road right here in front of Charlie. I'm looking at the delta to try and make sure I'm ahead of him, and we are a solid 2 seconds ahead of Charlie. So with that overcut and the single lap I did in open air with push-a-pass definitely helped out with me getting this lead. But it wasn't completely over just yet because Charlie has caught up to me with 1.2 seconds the gap. And going into the hairpin corner, we got a lot of lappers right here. Aiden's going super slowly right here, so I had to make a split-second decision right there to take the inside and go up on the curb a little bit, slow myself down. but make the pass work, more importantly. So as Charlie and I are making our way through lap traffic, he's actually catching up to me because I'm getting slowed up by people like Alan right here. No offense, Alan, but he was really a pain in the butt right there in the final corner, but he did me a solid right here unintentionally by slowing up Charlie right here in the middle of the corner, and that pretty much sealed the deal for us.
Sorry. Kind of in a bad position there, Charlie.
Interesting. Max is on a different tire. I did just realize that.
Penske strategy in action there.
So assuming there's no other cautions in this race and we don't make a mistake, we pretty much have the race sealed because of Ben's strategy. And this is what really sealed the deal for us. Charlie did pretty much the equivalent of skateboard grinding on the curbs right there in the hairpin, and he lost all that time to me, and he was just never able to make it back up. And so now, with no pressure behind, it's just all about clicking laps off, and man, it went by so slow. It felt like it took forever to make it to the white flag.
Don't want to lose off exit, but white flag, boys. One to go.
And now the final time through the hairpin right here. This is the spot where we won the race pretty much. Basically capitalizing on other people's mistakes multiple times through this race. And so now through the backstretch to the final time.
Fortunately, it doesn't look like Ben is going to be able to join us on the podium, but a couple more corners. We stuck to our strategy. All thanks to Ben, our team owner. And a couple more corners. We're gonna get our second ever win at JIMDYCAR, boys.
I'm sure about that.
Let's go! Penske on top! Let's go! Hey, Charlie, that was fun racing with you, dude. That was
nice.
intense as hell. We pushed each other like literally to the limit multiple times. Yes, let's go! Winners in JIMDYCAR! And we blew out the tires! Yeah! I think we're on the rims. Yep, we're on the rims. I'm stuck. I'm beached. Hell yeah! Let's go, Penske! Oh my gosh, dude. Let's go. Dude, shout out to Ben for the strat.
Yes, sir.
Amazing strat, my boy. Thank you very much.
You were very welcome.
So with that, we finally get our second win in JIMDYCAR, and that moves us up ahead of Jeff Lacey. Has a bad race in points, so we jump up a position from there. And spoiler alert, I didn't really record Pocono Road America. I didn't do the All-Star race. I started streaming, and I streamed Kentucky. I didn't save the footage for that. I did Atlanta, Silverstone, Watkins Glen, Iowa. Oh, I skipped Iowa. I did Long Beach. That was a pretty good race. But the next video I have for us is Mid-Ohio, and that's a good one to watch. So until then, thank you guys for your support. Thank you guys for your continued support and supporting this channel by watching and subscribing. I want to try and get to at least 300 subscribers by May, by the time Indy 500 rolls around. So we'll see if that happens. But until then, I'll see you guys in the next one. Have a good one.